Hey everyone, this is 280NX and welcome to the very first video on our Clan Wars campaign for VILLN, which has just gone by. Now if you don't play World of Tanks, or if you've been playing World of Tanks and just living under a rock, then here's what Clan Wars was. It was in the maneuvers format, 7 players against 7 players, as you can see here, clan against clan. So as you can imagine, it is highly coordinated, highly strategic, and you really had to be at the top of your game both personally and as a team to beat other clans. Now, some clans are better, some clans have a lot of really good players and a lot of really good callers, and for us we just, for the most part, just had the one team, although we did run a second team for pretty much the entire first week as well. Now, here our caller was How To in the 907. He is a great caller, great guy. I've worked with him a lot before in 40WR8 back when I was over there last year, as well as for the entirety of this campaign when he was our caller. And he is playing the other medium tank in the Object 907. This is for us a relatively regular lineup, 2 medium tanks, How To playing the other one, me in the Leopard 1. I sort of switch between this and the CS, and sometimes the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen, the Tier 10 German light tank, but for the most part I found the Leopard to be more reliable than the CS, mostly due to the accuracy and gun handling. It was just so much more reliable for if you needed close resets or in close games. The CS just trolled you a little bit. Anyway, in this game we are playing on Prokorova against Bricked, who were the best team in the server, and this is one of their better teams as well. We did actually beat their best team on LLF as well. Whether I will have that as another YouTube video or not, I don't know. We'll end up seeing. But you can see here, our general setup, we had the E5 sitting at the back there, 2 tanks pressuring cap, and we also took hill. And I was sitting in the Leopard here, able to stop that 907, and 260 peeking over and destroying Admiral over there in the T1 E5. Now this was a really great spot for the Leopard, with its accuracy and also with the bush down here. I could really just hide. And quite frankly, for the most part, we just bled the enemy team really, really well. As you will see, and now they have another tank jumping over trying to shoot Admiral. They've really just gone for it, and now the 2 tanks in the middle are able to go and shoot these tanks as they cross over as well. I can farm them. The 60 TP can farm them. The 907 can farm them. The 780 can farm them. And they have essentially put themselves in a massive crossfire. What you'll see us doing here is we are trying to focus the tanks with the lowest health to get them out of the game. In 7v7, the more you can get tanks out of the game and the more you can get guns out of the team, the better it will be for your team, because you have fewer players to play against. That was an unfortunate shot for me, aimed it a little bit too high, but here's 780 with no time to think, and we just keep going. And you can see here we're still holding the hill really nicely. Those guys up on the hill are getting some really nice crossfire from the hill across to those 2 tanks in the middle, and you can see here How To's coming across to help me, and we're going in and going to kill this Object 260. And right now the game is pretty close. We're up 1,000 hit points, but we are also up a tank, and oh, that was a weird bounce on that. No matter, we will still kill him, or at least we should still kill him. So here How To comes around with me and he's on 907. We chase down this 260. He's dropped a little low for those heavy tanks in the middle, but it shouldn't really matter as the 2 mediums have massively better DPM. So fortunately for us, we are not getting shot by anything else. I get the 260 on fire and he dies, and we are up to the tune of 2,000 hit points, and now it is a scramble against time for me to get back to that spot I was in before with the tree before that T57 pokes up, and unfortunately for me and How To, it looks like I am out of time. And that T57 is starting to unload against How To. He got safe behind the dead 260 on. He had a ridiculous shot on the move. T50 get absolutely clapped, and now we are up 3 tanks to 1 and pretty much about 3,000 hit points. That VZ55 on the enemy team has pushed up on top of the hill, but our 2 heavy tanks up there are dealing with that in what is looking to be a pretty one-sided fight. In the 780, Saltless has destroyed the enemy 705A, and now we have 2 tanks against 1 in that middle. We've got 1 tank against 1 up on the hill, but that should still be a fairly easy win up there. We kill the T-57, and then there is just one tank remaining, being Tomo in his VZ-55 up on the hill, and man, that was a bit of an action-packed game. I've, to this point, managed to do 5,000 damage that I have seen. Absolutely ridiculous to be able to do that much in a 7v7 game mode, and just like that, the Leopard comes out on top. It comes out superior in this really close game against one of the best clans on the server. Heck, probably the best clan on the server. These guys were running, what, more than 10 teams for a number of the days that they were playing, and ended up with, I think, the entirety of the top 30 odd players at the end. And so that was one of the wins that we had against Bricked Clan. They are really tough to play against for the entirety of the campaign. We started off earlier on in the campaign it was quite tough to beat them, and then later on we were beating them more, and we're getting quite close to a 50% win rate against them in the last 4 or 5 days, which was really quite impressive. But yeah, really good game here, both from my perspective and the clan's perspective, and one of the best wins that we had against the top clan on the server. Anyway, if you liked this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up, and yeah, hit that subscribe button. There will be another video coming out soon on our closest match that we had that I can remember from this Clan Wars campaign. That was against, well, you'll have to wait and see who that was against. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when that comes out, and until next time, see ya.